The question is, do your duck calls lock up easily with spit? So I'm going to show you what we do to our calls to minimize the sticking from spit and some things you can do to minimize the sticking on your duck calls. With our duck calls, we mill a groove on the tone board on either side of the tone channel, and what that does is just provides less surface area for the reed to stick to. We've tested all kinds of things, all kinds of theories, and this is the one that really has given results. I wouldn't go as far as to call it stick proof, but stick resistant for sure. Those grooves help a ton. After that, the real answer of how to get your duck call to not stick is stop spitting into it or minimize it as much as possible. When you're blowing air into it, there's always going to be moisture that ends up in the call and builds up in the call, but minimizing the actual amount of saliva that leaves your mouth and goes into the call will help a ton. If you're someone that really struggles with sticking a duck call, try using a K sound instead of a T sound when you're calling. You'll notice when you do the T sound, the tip of your tongue's coming up and down and up and down and up and down. When you do a K sound, the tip of your tongue gets anchored behind your bottom teeth and the center of your tongue's moving. K. All the spit comes from underneath of your tongue. So every time your tongue comes up, spit's coming from underneath your tongue and going into the call. You keep your tongue down, it keeps a ton more spit in your mouth and out of the call. So like on a feed call, instead of going ta-ta or ticka, do a K sound. After that, think about what is in your mouth, what is in your spit when you're blowing your duck call. Like you're sitting there in the blind in the morning, having your honey bun and drinking your coffee that you've got 3 tablespoons of sugar in. You're just blowing glue into the call. That sugary spit just locks those things up immediately. I know it's hard to give up the honey buns, but just be mindful. If you're mid-chew, don't start blowing your call and blow that straight into the call. Try and, be mindful, rinse your mouth out, something beforehand. It will help a ton. And with the coffee, just leave out the sugar. Be a man, drink it black. It tastes better that way anyways. To recap, I've done everything I can to make the calls as stick resistant as possible. Use a K sound instead of a T sound if you're struggling with that. And just be mindful of what is in your mouth when you're blowing your duck call, and you will notice a world of difference.